Hello, YouTube family. This is Ravi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, I am back with a new video where I am continuing the scripting series and the scenarios. And today we are going to see scenario number 2 and scenario number 1. We have already covered in my previous video. You can find the link in the description. Even you can find the link on the I button on the top. And I'm so sorry for my delay from my side that I am not bringing the video uh, continuously. From now onward, I am assuring you that at least one video, one or two video will be coming every week. So let's get started. And today's scenario is how you can fetch the value from server side, multiple values. Let's say username, a location, company, phone number from the user table and push it back to the client side. Multiple values together and how you can set the multiple values. So this development series is continuing. And if you have not watched the other scripting videos where I have done the script include and GlideAjax, please go and check that video before coming to this video. So if you notice this, I have already covered. And scenario 2 I'm going to cover in this particular video where I am sending the multiple values from a script include. So let's get started. We'll go to our ServiceNow tool and sorry, my bad. It's not a tool. It's future of ServiceNow. It's future of world where you can explore everything. So the requirement is on the incident table. Let's go to the incident table. And over here on the incident table, we have a field. Everyone knows that. That is a caller field. Okay, I'll click on new. So there's a caller field. Whenever I select any caller over here, I will create few fields over here. Let's say caller email ID, caller location, caller manager. So these field to be auto-populated if I select a caller right away. Together it should auto-populate. So how we can send the multiple values from script include to the client side? That's the video today. So let's start. And for that, let me create columns over here. So I will create 3 columns. One is caller email ID, caller location, and let's say caller manager. So how we can create it? So it's very simple. Go to the table of incident. So we can type here tables. Go here, tables, and search for your table incident. So let me click here and type star incident. Yeah, this is my table. Open this and let's create 3 records. I'm so sorry, 3 columns. So let's click on new. And the first column which I'm going to create is the type is string. Okay. And the column label is, let's say, callers email. Simple. And let's make it read only so that nobody can change it. So right click and I'm saving it. So one column is created. Now I'm going to create second column. So what I can do is there's a shortcut. You can remove the SysID and you can put -1. If you put -1 on the SysID, ServiceNow will understand that, okay, you are trying to create a new record. If I click enter, you will notice new dictionary entry, see, new record is coming up. New dictionary entry is coming up over here. So I am going to select incident again because we are creating on the incident table. Fine. And this time the type will be reference. I want caller location. So let me type here reference. And you notice that if I select reference, this will become mandatory. So all these I have covered already in my admin series. You can go ahead and check that in details. So let's say callers, location, and click outside. Let's make this also read only. And where the location table is. So if you type location, you will notice the location table is CMN location. This is the table name of location where the location of users are stored. I will select that location and saving it. Right click on the top. Yeah, save. So 2 columns I created and last column, let's make it callers manager -1. Yeah. So again, the table will be incident. Yeah. Now type will be reference again because manager is also a reference, correct? Manager is also coming from which table? User table only, because manager is also a user. I will use reference, and here I am going to put callers manager. Yeah. And this will be from user table. Sys user is a table. I hope you know all this. If you don't know this, go back and check the admin series where you will find how to create a dictionary entry, how to create a table. Now we have created this incident. We have created this column on the incident. Let me refresh the page. And now what I will do is I will bring these three on the top near this. So how we can rearrange this with the help of configure form layout. So caller location, these three. Please stay with me on this video because that's gonna help you a lot. Save it. Now see, these two are read only and this is not read only. Now here comes a concept of script include and client side and the server side. So from the client side, we will pass the value of caller. So whatever the caller select, let's say I'm selecting able tutor. So what I want is able tutor email ID to be populated, able tutor location. I guess location is not there, but I'll use the location, and able tutor manager to be auto populated over here. As simple as that. Now let's go back to our script include, and clients. Both of this together, I'll open it. Okay, I'll close this. Now let me click on new and let's create a client script first. So what is my client script will do? On change of caller, I want to populate whatever the caller I'll change. So I have to use this type of client script. You can pause the video and you can tell me. Right now, you can put it video on pause and you can just comment it. Obviously, we are going to select on change. So I'm going to select here type as on change, and I will give a proper name for this particular scenario. So naming convention should be followed. So name will be, let's say, auto populate underscore caller details. Okay, and you have to put a table name on which you have to auto populate. Obviously, we are going to do on the incident table. So we are going to use incident. Type or change. I will not explain you everything over here because this is already been covered in the scripting series. You can go ahead and check it, or I will guide you. So over here, let's go to the YouTube, and over here, just type learn ServiceNow. Yeah, you can see here learn ServiceNow with Ravi. And over here in the playlist, you will find out development series, and you have your scripting series. If I open this scripting development series, over here, you will notice, come down, GlideAjax and a script include video is already there. So first you see this video, then this video, and then come back to this video so that you can understand in more details. And if you wanted to know about client side, you can anytime go back to the playlist. So click here again, go back to the playlist, and here you have the video on the client side. So client side, what is client side? What are the details of client side is being covered over here. You don't have to worry on any of the topic. So let's go back. Yeah. Now, on change of which field, I'm going to choose caller. That's it. What I'm going to do is I will get the value of caller first of all. So I will do variable caller details equal to g underscore form dot get value of caller ID. Now, what is this g underscore form? What is this get value? I hope you know this. This is nothing but go to the form, glide to the form or incident table and get the value of the caller. And what is caller ID is nothing but the package name of caller, which is caller ID. So if you are on this video, I am assuming that you know the concept of g underscore form. So I'll come down and here it will fetch the value of caller details. As simple as that. Now what I have to do is in server side, I have to pass this value with the help of GlideAjax and I will check all the details on the server side. So for that, let me type here, click on new, script include. So script include is an reusable Java script. You can say that reusable JavaScript code which uses Glide family. And with the help of a script include, you can pass your answer to the client side. So here I'm going to use same thing, Auto-Populate, caller details, caller info. Yeah. And it is client callable. So I hope you know what is client callable. So every details I have explained in my video. So you can go back and check. Now I'm going to create a function over here and how to define a function when you use client side and the client side and server side with the help of client callable service script include. You have to give the function name. So I'm giving the function and this set get caller info. This is my function name and colon. We have to define function. That's it. At the last, give call. This is one set of function. And inside this function only, we will do certain activities. And let's save it. So once I save it, you will notice it will ask me for the rule. This is the new release after San Diego that whenever you save a script include, they will ask you for the rule. It will create an ACL. I know ACL video is not yet on my channel. I'm going to bring this video very soon. So I'm going to put a basic rule called ITIL. Simple. Go back and I have saved it. Let me save this as well. Okay. Come down and let's try to write a concept of GlideAjax and script include. So I'm going to write variable GA equal to new GlideAjax. Guys, I'm so sorry, but you have to go back and watch this video. What is the meaning of GlideAjax? What is an object? Everything I have defined it. So GlideAjax will take the script include name. What is my script include name? This one. I'll copy and I'll paste it over here. Simple. So this will take a script include name. Now, with the help of GlideAjax, we will go to the script include side and we will see what are the functions being defined over there. So first of all, like we had glide record of incident, problem, change. Similarly, we have a GlideAjax of script include. And then we add a query in the glide record. Here we will add a parameters. Add param. Simple. We are going to add parameters and add parameters which are read in script include. So whatever the parameter I will add over here, client side will read it. So what is the parameter name is sys param name. You can read this line. I have to put here sys param underscore name and is used to invoke a function in script include. So how invoke means call. How to call the function in script include through client script. So we have to give over here function name. And what is my function name? My function name is get caller info. So I'll go back and put it over here. So my first step is done. Now I am calling this function name over here. Second step is same thing, add param. And in second step, I am going to pass this param underscore value. I am going to pass a value. And what the value I can pass? Caller details. I'll copy and I'll paste it. You can put here g underscore form dot get value of caller ID. So whatever the caller ID came over here. So whatever caller we select on incident, it's pass on the server side. Okay. Now this is a reference field. You know that caller is a reference field. Now, if you wanted to access any caller, any field which is reference, so this will return what? SysID. So basically, this caller will return SysID. Remember that. So whenever you try to access any reference field, it will always return you the system ID, which is 32-digit ID, unique ID associated with each and every record in service. Clear? Now we'll do GA dot get XML. And what is XML? Okay, let me just, as of now, let's save this. Now, once I do this, I will go back to my server side. So in server side, whatever the details I pass under line number 10, add param, sys param value, I have to read this, guys. How I can read it? So I will define a variable. Let's say variable variable sys id of caller equal to, now I have to get the value of sysID being passed from the client side. So here, if I select able tutor, this sysID will be passed over here and this will go back to the client side. Why? Because it takes the server side, it takes the information from the script include. So how it will get? So we have an keyword called this. What is this? This refers to the current object over here. What is my current object? This. So this dot get parameter. Whatever the parameter I have passed over here, parameter name is sysparam value. Correct? So I'm getting this parameter with the help of this. So this dot get parameter, and inside the bracket, see, I have to pass the value. What is the parameter name? So I'll copy it over here and pass it over here. So this particular line will return sysID. Now we are into the server side and we have our sysID. So what we can do? We can do anything now. We can go to the user table, fetch the value of user and send it back. So how? Simple. Variable x equal to new glide record. Simple. We'll go to the user table because caller is the user, and now sys user x dot, I think spelling is wrong. Yeah. Glide. Yeah. X dot add imported query, or let's say add query. And what query I'm going to add over here? Sorry, my bad. What query I'm going to add? Remember, on line number 6, I am getting a sysID. And that only I will check, correct? Whatever the caller is selected on the client side, that only I will select. So here I will pass the sysID. And you know that what is add query? Add query will take two parameters, the column name and the column value. So sysID is the column name. You know that when the table is created, automatically 6 columns are created. Out of those 6 columns, one is sysID. So sysID is a column, comma. What I want sysID value over here. So I'm giving it over here like this, sys caller, ID of caller. That's it. Simple. Now it's very simple. You x dot query done. If x dot next, because we have only one record selected at a time, I'm using if. Now what I'm going to return? I am going to return caller's email ID. So x dot email. And what we have to return, let me go back to this. So we have to return location, email, and manager. So let's add email plus x dot location plus x dot manager. So what is this x dot x dot? You know that x is an object. With the help of object, I can go inside the user table. You know that, correct? So if I show you the data on the user table, here we have email, and let me bring the manager and location as well. So location, yeah, there is location and manager. Bring the location, bring the manager on the top. There you go. Location and managers are available. Now you can see I will just add any random manager to this able tutor. So let's say system admin is manager. Yeah, this is his location. So I want x dot location and x dot manager and x dot email ID. That's what I'm returning. But what I will do is I will give a comma plus x dot manager plus comma x dot location. Make sure that guys we are using the correct backend name. So this particular information will return email also, manager also, and location also. If you want, you can add a log statement over here and check it like this. So I will check gs.log and I'll copy everything and I'll put it over here. Caller details are okay. And if you wanted to check whether it is returning sysid or not, so you can add a log over here also, gs.log sysid. Okay, give one space and then plus sysid of caller. So here also you can add a log statement to check whether your code is working or not. So my code is working over here. Code is done on the server side. Remember guys, whenever from the server side something is getting returned, it will either return an XML or JSON. So it will in the form of JSON and XML, which we have to convert it. That's what I discussed in the previous video on the scripting. So we have to convert that. So either you can use JSON parser or you can use the functionality of document element. I'll talk about it. So let me save this particular information over here. Now my work is done on the server side. Let's go back to the client side. So we went to the script include. We went to the function also. Now we have sent the caller details, and from here the caller will be information will be fetched and send it back to the client side. So here you have to use get XML. Basically, get XML is an asynchronous call. So it will not wait for other activity to complete their task. Obviously, because GlideAjax will always come with a get XML. So what it will do, you see, make a asynchronous call to the server. So from server side, we have fetched the value, email locations, and from server side, we have fetched the value, email locations, and manager. Now I have to get it as soon as possible. It's like an asynchronous. So how we can do that? So we have to define a callback function over here. So let's say callback function name is, let's say callback, no issues. And with the help of callback function, we will get the answer. So how to define a callback function in ServiceNow? So here, whatever the name you have given, create a function for it. So I will type function callback and I will do something over here. Inside the bracket, I am going to pass a response. Why? Or any response or answer, whatever you want. Because on the server side, we are getting these values. I wanted to store in the form of response. I will give response over here. Correct? Enter. Now let's first do an alert to response. See what will happen. I'm just doing an alert, nothing else. I'm saving this record. Done. Let's go back to the incident table and let's select any user. So now select able tutor. See, I am getting an object XML HTTP request. So what is this? This is the object. This is the format or this is the data which is returned from the server side. We have to convert it back in the readable format. How we can convert? We can use a concept of JSON parse, or we can use out of the box concept called DOM manipulation, where we will get the element ID and we will use it. So DOM manipulation, I have already shown you in the previous video. You can go back and check. I will just use the DOM manipulation part over here. So here I will remove this and I will type whatever the response I am getting, response dot response XML. So response XML. And then I am going to do the DOM manipulation, which is nothing but I am getting the document ID. And I am getting the attribute. Simple. And what I will do is, I'll give equal to over here. I will define a variable, let's say answer. And I will pass the answer over here. Very simple. If you want to know in details, you can check the previous video. I will get the link. So what this line will do? So you know that XML structure is something different. XML look like this. See, right click, export to XML this report. So XML look like this, guys. Let me save it. Desktop. Okay, let open this. So XML look like this. Your tree structure, your loadable data, and your column name over here. So I am going inside this format. Okay, there is no data for it. Let me go back and choose any incident which is having data. Incident, click on all. And now I'm going to pick any incident. There I will pick the XML out and you will understand in a very better way. So yeah, right click, export to XML this record. And now let me save it, the desktop, open this. See, we have document element, we have the version of XML. Okay, and this XML has a tree-like structure, child nodes, tags, HTML tags. Here the tags are nothing but your column. You have to close your columns. So what I have to do is whatever the answer I am returning in the form of XML, I am just converting this into the readable format. So I am going inside this response XML, this one, and I'm going to the document element inside it, and I'm going to get the attribute. Attributes are nothing but column name. And what column name here I am passing? The manager, email, and location. So if I do this, answer equal to response XML, and then if I do alert of answer, see what will happen. I'm saving it. And let's go back, refresh the page. See, able to the email ID, comma, sys ID of location, comma, sys ID of manager. Why? Because manager is a reference field. We are getting the exact answer in a comma separated value. Now we have to convert this back. We have to convert this back to the readable format in all these places. So how we can do that? It's very simple. We have passed the comma. We will use a concept of split. So how we can split? See, we will define a variable, this test equal to answer whatever the answer we are getting, split, split, split. What I have to split is split, comma. So if I do this split, so the answer will be splitted in the form of arrays. Array, you know that array. What is array? Let me show you. Let me just take the snipping tool. I'll take this. So what is array? So we have a diagram like this. This is position number 0, position number 1, position number 2. It's a connection. Where at first position I have email, second position location, and third position manager. So these are stored in the form of array. So when you split anything, it will return in the form of array. Now if you want to access email, you have to put index of, let me show you again. If you want to fetch email, you have to put index of 0. So here, let's say we have a big box now. 1, 2, this is email, this is location, this is manager. Position number, index number 0, 1, 2. So if you want to access email, email is present in answer, but I have split the answer and we have stored everything in that test. So it will be test of 0, 0. So to represent an array, you have to open this bracket like this. So this is a collection. So let's go back down here. So if you want to see alert, test of 0, copy this. One position we have something else, two position we have something else. See, save it. Let's go back and just refresh this page. Turning only mentions. Choose anything able tutor. See, able tutor, second SysID, third SysID. Correct? So it is splitting into three values. Now we have three values with us. Now we can do very simple mathematics. Set the value. G underscore form dot set value. What I want to set the value of email, location, and manager. Set value will take two objects, two parameters over here. First will be your column name, second will be your value. So what is the column name? Let's go back to the incident. Caller's email ID is you underscore caller's email ID. Click here, copy this. And second one, right click, you underscore caller's location. Copy this, paste it over here. And third, manager. Right click, show, copy, and paste it. Now here what I want test of 0. For 0 position, we have email ID. Second position, I guess what we are returning. Second position, we are returning manager. So manager is over here. So I will put test of 1. And here I will put test of 2. As simple as that. Save this. There you go. We have all this information over here. We'll start from starting. First of all, I get the caller details, or whatever the caller is selected, it will return the SysID. Second, I use a concept of GlideAjax, which take the script include name, and I am passing the name over here. This function is present on the server side, which is script include. So under this function, we are going to the user table. We are checking the current caller, which is selected on the table through the concept of add parameters. And here I am just returning the value of email manager. And this I am sending it back in the form of response, converting the response, splitting the values, and setting the values. As simple as that. Saving it. Now refresh the page. If I change the caller to any caller, able tutor, you will notice caller email ID, caller location, and caller's manager is auto-populated right away in front of your screen. So you can choose any caller, any person who is having these three details, it will auto-populate. Let me check another callers. So let's go to the user table. Yeah. And Abraham Lincoln, location is empty. Let's click here and give any location. Or let's choose this person only, Adiela. Copy this. So manager is not there. Let me put the manager as able tutor. Fine. So I will choose this caller. Go back, refresh the page. Actually, no need of refresh the page. I'm going to put Adiela. Now you will notice Adiela details will be auto-populated. So her email ID, her client location, and caller location and her manager is obviously present. So you can set multiple values with the help of GlideAjax and the script include and do the handshake. So that's all for today. I hope you like this video. If you have any issues, please ping me in the description, comment section. Even you can join the group and ask the question over there. So thanks a lot. And if you want any issues on this particular subject, reach out to me. Till then, thank you. Have a great day.